usually been one of the toughest to obtain?
I mean, because one team has everything to lose, right? And the other team is in a better position. So I mean, it's different when it's a 3-3 series. When it's like this, sometimes you just, you might think it's come easy, but it doesn't. I think we got to not get away from what made us successful, kind of stick with our plan. And last game, I think we got away from it a little bit once we're down 2-0, and then we started, getting back to it. I think we gave up a little too many rushes. We were kind of swinging a little bit. But I think, Paul writes up a good game plan for us. And the first 2 games, we were patient with it. Last game, there's times, and it's going to happen throughout the series, where you get away from it a little bit, you start chasing the game, but we just got to stick with it. And, if it's going to take 60 minutes or more, it might take 60 minutes more. We got to be ready for that, knowing that they're going to leave it all out there because, this is potentially our last game of the season. So they're going to come out fighting as hard as they can.
We'll go next to Mike McIntyre from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Mike.
Afternoon, gentlemen. Thanks, Gregor. This is for Paul as well. Paul Nikolai said prior to or after the morning skate yesterday that he wanted to shoot it like Stas as part of his game plan. How do you think he did?
I thought he shot it better than me. So I think, no, I mean, I've talked about it before. I think having him back in the lineup obviously helps us offensively, creates a lot more chances, takes some pressure off the other guys. I thought, yesterday, he was for missing whatever he missed 3 weeks. He didn't skip a beat. He wasn't rusty at all. Maybe his legs were a little tired, but that's to be. But the biggest thing throughout the year that's made us successful has been our special teams and Fly's unit, Dube's unit. That was the difference in the game. Was scoring that goal to make it 2-1 to kind of give us some life, and then obviously scoring that goal to make it 4-2 to kind of get the comeback going. And whether Ehlers scores the first goal, but then whether on the second one he doesn't score, he makes things happen, and all of a sudden, it makes that unit so much more dynamic because they can come at you from different angles. And yesterday, it paid off, and I think that was a big reason. And then obviously his overtime winner was, he wanted that play. I think he had he's had a few plays like that earlier, whether he scored or hasn't scored, but he's got such a good release and such a quick release that when it happens that fast, ending on net is a dangerous shot.
We'll go next to Ted Wyman from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Ted.
Pierre-Luc, Paul just touched on it, but what made things work so well for your power play unit?
I think having Nicky back gives us, another dimension. I think the Rangers power play units are the ones that can attack you from every angle, every position. Having Nicky back, he can shoot the puck, he can pass the puck, he can skate it down, he can attract guys to him. I thought we moved the puck really well. We supported it on entries. We had always a guy in front of the net, getting there for rebounds and whatnot, like that second goal we scored. But I think, for a power play, obviously you want to score goals, but you're not going to score every time, but you want to get the momentum every time. And if you're supporting the puck, if you're moving the puck quick, if you're getting shots off, and if you're attacking, you can get the momentum just like that. And, the goals will come after you do all those things together.
We'll go back to Ted Wyman for a follow-up. Go ahead, Ted.
And Paul, I just wanted to ask you to expand a bit on what you were saying about Nicky wanting that shot. The key to that is you got to win that faceoff, and it seemed like faceoffs were a big advantage for you guys in that game.
Yeah, I mean, faceoffs are always important. Obviously, O zone, D zone, but I think sometimes you set up different plays. Sometimes you put different guys on the wall. Some guys, it depends who you're going against. Depends kind of the situation of the game, but. Sometimes, ideally, I mean, a shooter would love to line up behind the center every time when it clean and him score like that, but it doesn't happen like that. It's not that easy, but it's nice to switch it up sometimes, keep the other team guessing a little bit, and that one actually worked out, so it was good.
We'll go next to Jeff Hamilton from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Jeff.
Thanks, Gregor. This is for you, Paul, again. It seems like almost a similar circumstance heading into this one, compared to yesterday's game, in the sense that you guys need to match the desperation of your opponent. And I'm curious if what happened last night helps you with that kind of mentality, knowing that, if you ease up a little bit, they're going to jump on you, but you're also capable of coming back.
Yeah, I think so. I think it just shows, like I said, I mean, we got away from it a little bit, but that's to be expected. You're not going to be leading every game. You know, it's going to be kind of highs and lows throughout the game, but I thought the way we bounced back, even if we didn't win, I thought we kept fighting. I think it was 4-1. They had a power play when, the whole bench was alive when we had a big kill. And, at the time it didn't mean much. And then we ended up scoring to make it 4-2. But yeah, I just the attitude of the guys and the will to win and the will to compete and fight out there no matter the situation, was really important. And I think it obviously paid off. And I think we know, yesterday was yesterday. We're happy about it. But today, I think for us is the biggest game going forward. And, we know we'll be ready and we know what to expect. And, we'll enjoy it and have fun with it.
We'll go next to Paul Stravevsky from NHL.com. Go ahead, Paul.
Hi, Paul, this is for you as I guess, more experienced guy. In your years of experience, how much of a factor has it been getting those extra days of rest when the other team that you might be facing the next round keeps playing for, 4 or 5 extra days? Detaching yourself from the situation to start.
It's all different, right? I think if guys have, there's always players playing with injuries. So in that sense, it's good. When guys are hot, you want to play as quick as you can. When goalies are feeling it, you don't want that much rest. But you've seen different situations where if one team plays well and wins and they have a lot of rest, they come out rusty, and then you've seen it the other way around where they come out good. So I don't think it really matters. I don't think we're focused on that. And I think, like I said, if we get there, we'll be happy with it. It means we won. That's all we care about tonight is kind of putting our best effort out there and giving ourselves a chance to win.
Go next to Paul Friesen from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Paul.
Thanks, Gregor. You guys this is for both of you. I'll start with Pierre-Luc. If you could both tackle it, that'd be nice. You're playing here in Winnipeg at the time when, the pandemic's at its peak here right now. How much do you get the sense that you're providing an escape for people, a distraction from all that?
I mean, I've never experienced playing at home here in Winnipeg with fans. But it's one thing that guys were talking about in the dressing room, how electric it would have been last night. To have everybody there and just leaving the rink, you see everybody in the streets with the flags and honking their horns, and it's pretty special. I had goosebumps just leaving the rink last night. So, and this year it hasn't been easy for anybody. It's been really tough. Whether it's friends or family or just people, and these playoffs, to see people excited, to see people happy, even if they're not in the stands, it means a lot. And like I said, I've never been able to play in front of the fans here, but I know of how passionate this fan base is. So, just seeing that last night was a pretty special moment.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a tricky question, but I mean, they're following you. I mean, the pandemic's at a high. A lot of people are kind of stuck at home. You can't really do anything. You can't go outside unless it's with your family, for the long weekend. So that puts a number on things. So in this sense, they get to watch it. They're takes their mind off it at least for a little bit. Then you see other teams or other sports, the fans are coming back. So that kind of gives you kind of a little hope, a little light at the end of the tunnel. And then you hope the vaccine rollout speeds up a little bit and there's no bumps in the road because, we say this every 2 weeks, or every month or 6 months, things change so much. You never know what 2 weeks from now or 4 weeks from now or 6 weeks from now. For us, we know what we're doing on the ice. We're lucky we get to go to work every day and play and not think about it. But at the same time, you do miss that. I mean, for how much excitement there was yesterday in the game, everyone, at least myself, I was thinking, just imagine if there would have been a crowd there. Imagine whatever the square is outside would have been going. You think of all the restaurants and small businesses that kind of would have helped out from there, from whether it's food sales or beer sales or whatever. You can get there as quick as you can.
Elizabeth.
Do a quick French one for Pierre-Luc. Pierre-Luc, en fait, je voulais savoir le point tournant du match d'hier est certainement le but en supériorité numérique auquel tu as participé de Mathieu Perrault. Je veux que tu me parles de ce moment-là. Est-ce que tu as senti que l'équipe a comme fait, OK, on tire arrière, mais c'est quand même possible de revenir? Et aussi, en carrière, est-ce que tu as déjà vécu un moment comme ça, un match aussi fou comme ça où vous êtes remonté? As-tu déjà vécu quelque chose comme ça?
Ah ben, comme Paul a dit tantôt, avant notre avantage numérique, on a eu un désavantage numérique qu'on a tué. Quand on l'a tué, c'était quand même un gros moment dans la game, mais on s'attendait pas à ce que ça soit, à ce que ça amène, à ce que ça a été. Après ça, quand c'était notre tour d'avoir un avantage numérique, quand on a scoré 4-2, on a vu qu'il y avait une chance. L'équipe a continué de bien jouer. On est allé chercher 2 gros buts. On a super bien joué en troisième période. Moi, j'ai déjà fait partie d'une situation comme ça, mais c'était moi qui se faisait scorer à la place. L'an passé, dans les playoffs contre Toronto, je pense qu'on a fait 3 buts en comme 5 minutes. Une couple d'années contre Tampa, on perdait 3-0, mais on a eu 2 périodes pour venir. Mais hier, je pense que c'est quelque chose que tu peux t'inspirer. Des moments comme ça dans les séries. Une victoire, c'est une victoire, mais une victoire comme ça, c'est sûr que ça fait du bien. Mais ça te montre aussi qu'est-ce que tu peux faire en ta équipe, qu'est-ce que tu peux pas faire non plus parce que tu veux pas être dans cette situation-là trop souvent. Mais c'est sûr on peut prendre de l'inspiration de des moments comme ça.
And final question to Patrick Henry from Radio Canada. Go ahead, Patrick.
Oui, pour Luc aussi, à moins que Paul veut répondre en français aussi, je sais que ça fait longtemps. Pierre-Luc, le momentum est quelque chose d'important. On l'a vu hier, dès que vous l'avez pris, vous ne l'avez pas perdu. À quel point pour le match de ce soir, là, ça va être important de frapper tôt parce que les Oilers ne peuvent pas perdre, donc ils vont sortir fort probablement de leur côté aussi.
Ouais, je vois ça un peu de proche, mais ils sont sortis très fort hier. Ils ont joué vraiment un bon match. On est allé chercher le momentum à la fin de la game, puis on a gagné, mais on s'attend à ce qu'ils sortent comme ça encore ce soir. Ils ont joué très rapidement, ils ont joué très bien sur le chèque avant. Les défenseurs ont rendu notre vie difficile sur les breakouts. Ça va être un peu la même chose ce soir. C'est une équipe qui a une victoire de passer à la prochaine ronde contre une équipe que pour eux, c'est un match à la fois et tout est possible. C'est jamais facile ces matchs-là. C'est souvent les matchs les plus difficiles. Mais les deux équipes sont prêtes. On est excités de jouer ce soir.